I don't have anything to lose. You want to know why I don't have nothing to lose? Because I don't have nothing. Nothing that you look around. I got the coats and the sweaters and stuff. This is not mine. It's mine temporarily. Notice how I said mine. A lot of y'all be saying mines. Mines are bombs. Okay, let's get that. Let's get that clear. But this is temporarily mine. But it's not like I die and then I'm like, all right, I write things. All right, listen, I need a coat. It might be cold up in heaven. I need some money. I need some chocolate bars. Make sure you get them M&Ms, cause I need all of this when I leave here. That's not how life works. It's not how life works. You don't take none of this stuff with you. So I don't have anything. Neither do you. That's the problem. A lot of y'all get too attached to these things. You ever like really ask yourself, why do you want a fancy car? Do you want it just to say you got it? Do you want it just to show your family that you got it? And then another question is, how far are you willing to go to get it? See, there's nothing wrong with wanting a fancy car if you just genuinely desire it and you want it before you leave this earth and you want to just have that experience. You know, we only live once. YOLO, right? Like Drake said. But then it goes to why. Like, okay, why? And then it's like, how far are you willing to go? If you are willing to go to dishonestly earnings, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dishonestly earnings. I'm talking about like you damn near should be all the way up in Rikers for the stuff you trying to do to get this cheese. You're not, it's not processing to you. That's a sense of desperation. And you don't want to be desperate. Because when you're desperate, ooh, you do anything. Anything to get a buzz. You see the crackheads. You see the dope fiends. What are they? They're desperate. They do anything to get a buzz. You give them $5 to get something to eat, they use the same $5 to go ahead and get a buzz. They ain't go around on the train talking about, I'm hungry, I haven't ate all day. You have multiple opportunities to get some food in your stomach, but you use it to go get a buzz. Because you're desperate. And some of y'all, I really hope that y'all not desperate either. See, there was a time in my life where when I was younger, I remember I did something. And I was young, but it still don't make it okay. I got sold by the illusion that when you give, like, if I gave up my card, I don't know if y'all know, but like with the BOA and Chase, oh, if you give your card, you can get like 10K or 20K. So I got sold by that illusion, right? And like I said, I was young. I was about like 10 maybe, 10 or 11 maybe. And I'm like, oh, wow, $20,000? That's a lot of money, especially for a 10-year-old. That's a lot of money. I mean, I don't think a 10-year-old should even have $1,000, let alone 10, let alone 20. So my whole point to this is I got sold by the illusion and I almost went through with it, but it was God's plan. It was God's plan for me, for it not to happen. Because I didn't know what I was doing, thank God. I didn't know what I was doing, but God stepped in front and he made sure that I didn't go through with that whole meetup and everything like that. And I say that to say I was desperate enough as a kid, right? Because I'm looking around at my situation, wanting things better, I guess, for myself and, you know, for whatever. I was so desperate that I was willing to sacrifice my mom's and my whole future just for a temporary amount of money, a materialistic thing, something that can't talk back to me, it can't hear me, it doesn't understand me. What I'm saying to y'all is real, and I love that I'm having these talks with y'all, because it's not even just for y'all. I'm having these talks for myself too. Like, as like a real eye opener, like, we have to be aware. A lot of the things that, like, a lot of the advice, if you pay attention, that we get is really simple. Have self-control. Don't be desperate. Understand that it's a blessing just to wake up in this life and just to exist. Be grateful. These are you hear these things, these simple virtues. They are so simple, but yet some people in their lives are so miserable and desperate because they don't know how to be grateful. Some people in their lives are so miserable and desperate because they don't know how to just be happy with waking up. Just being happy. Yesterday, I was full of joy. I had a 9-hour shift to do yesterday. I woke up full of joy. I didn't have a reason why I was full of joy. I just was. I ended up getting tipped $2. That wasn't in the plans, but hey, I was full of joy. And you don't need a reason to be full of joy. You don't. Stop thinking you need a reason to be happy. Stop thinking you need a reason to smile. No, you don't. You give yourself that reason. You're the one that's in control. You're the one. Mind over matter. RP Lil Papa. That's what he said. But he couldn't listen to his own advice. He couldn't listen to his own advice because he ended up taking himself out. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Even the advice that I'm giving you, I gotta take it for myself. I'm just giving this to you. You gotta let this sit with you. And I'm not saying nothing that your parents probably haven't told you or that you haven't heard online from other people that you may admire. One thing about it, and this is in the Bible, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. If I'm saying what's right is right, and other people that know what's right are going to say the same things. And what's wrong is wrong. And you, my brother, you, my sister, it's up to you and your discretion to decipher what is wrong and what is right. But you got to make that decision. Don't be following people around thinking that you could just do whatever. If you got friends that's desperate for weed, don't be desperate for weed. You got to choose what you want to be desperate for. I don't want you to be desperate at all, but if you're going to be desperate for something, be desperate for success. Be desperate for God. Be desperate for being kind. That's what I would rather you be desperate for. Because genuinely, I believe that you can do anything that you put your mind to. Humble Zay just walked from Philly to Cali. 3,000 miles. It took him 4 months, but he did it. Came out so much better than more followers, more money, more fan base, more fame. All these earthly things. But that wasn't even a goal. The goal was just to prove to himself he can do anything, and he literally did it. So if he can walk from Philly to Cali, you can learn how to be grateful. And you can learn how to conquer your own life. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you comment. I love all comments. And make sure you subscribe. I see y'all in the next one. Peace.